Hello, welcome to a wet and dreary Saturday night here in Altrincham. And what an evening we have here tonight. So let's just set the scene. Tonight, Manchester Storm could go home singing in the rain, or perhaps Dundee might even go home with their stars shining even brighter than they already are. That's how much tonight's game will make a difference. 7th, 8th, 9th place. Those are the places that we're looking at particularly tonight. Right now, the league says Dundee 7th, Coventry 8th and Manchester Storm 9th. So what could happen with Coventry playing away in Belfast Giants? Anything could happen tonight and we could see all those playoff places switch and slide throughout this game. Well, it's an exciting night. Should we crack on with it? I reckon so.
So here we go, action underway here at the Storm Shelter. Mike Clement tries to play that puck, doesn't play it overly well straight off the bat. Early pressure here from the Dundee Stars down low, working the puck. Comes back to Conceal, throws that in on Clement, and driving the net there is White. And Cody Cartier not liking the way in which White stayed in there on Clement, but early pressure there from the Dundee Stars, Clare.
Straight away, number 10 is a man to watch on Manchester Storm's roster, Dallas Earhart. He was straight to the action there, ready to defend his teammates. And he did the same last week, actually, when Storm were up in Dundee. A boarding call in the end when he took a big check to Scarzella. Let's see what happens next. He's still there.
Dallas is having a few words there as they line up with Mr. White of the Dundee Stars. Taylor Dickin in on the draw, but he's thrown out of it. Referee tonight is Steve Brown, his linesmen Chris Wales and James Kavanagh. And the puck covered up there again by Mike Clement. Good early pressure here with 19 seconds gone in this opening first period from the Dundee Stars. Gained a bit of offensive pressure on this Manchester Storm team.
Well, if the number one thing we've got to watch out for is those quick, nifty, speedy players, then making sure he covers up every rebound will be essential tonight.
Very much so. And Dallas Earhart now gets that puck. First possession for the Storm. Omar Pasha. Their coach throws that puck long but doesn't find Cody Cartier with a wayward pass. There's a bit of action down by the Storm bench. Not sure what's happened there. Just slightly out of our view. Referee Steve Brown not calling anything on the play though. 19:27 to go, opening first period. Face-off will be in the Storm defensive zone. Dundee have certainly started the better of the two sides these opening 30 plus seconds. Brett Switzer in the face-off circle with Mario Trabucco of the Manchester Storm. Here are the Dundee Stars fans who have made the long trip down here. Great to see. Must be maybe 20, 25 of them have made the trip to the Storm Shelter this evening. Always very welcome here in Altrincham. Jack Prince now working down low there with Mario Trabucco. Battle along the half wall, but Dundee managed to clear their lines. Paul Phillips finds his D partner Trevor Johnson. A hit finished on Johnson there, which he wasn't too happy about, from Justin Farina. Trabucco battling there behind the Dundee Stars goal, kept in by Paul Phillips. Lays it off to Trabucco, sends it back. Bissonette, good opportunity, good save from Joe Fallon there. Bissonette just back from a long-standing injury, and a chance there again. Puck thrown, and the puck was still bobbling there. And this has definitely got a playoff feel to it in terms of atmosphere and intensity this evening.
Well, no sooner you were saying Dundee were putting the pressure on, Storm won the face-off and then took it down the other end, and it wasn't just one chance they were going for there. There was at least a couple. Good to see someone like Mario Trabucco get in front of that net and waiting to catch any little scrappy opportunity that he can, because that's how they're going to catch Fallon out.
Net presence is half the battle in this sport. Putting the goaltender off. They've been willing to go in and pay the price in the blue paint. Swindlehurst now on the forecheck. Deacon Sills picks it up for the Dundee Stars, but good offensive pressure there from Swindlehurst, who has been playing forward for the last while for this Manchester Storm team and has done a very good job at it as well. Just under 2 minutes gone in this opening first period. Dundee Stars set up behind Joe Fallon's goal. Forward they come on. Moves it off to Kael Tanaka, former Coventry Blaze. Player rimmed around the boards again. Clement not able to play that overly well, but flicks all the way through to neutral ice. Hart now picks it up for the Stars. Thrown forward. And, good pressure there from Omar Pasha, the player coach of the Manchester Storm. Patrick Valkak now picks it up in neutral ice. Hasn't skated all week as Mr. Valkak. He's been sicky bad, but playing this evening. Puck all the way behind Mike Clemente's goal.
What is the medical term for sicky bad? Poorly
He just
tummy.
hasn't been very well all week long, has Mr. Valkak, but he's made a sterner stuff out there playing tonight. Back to Dallas Earhart now. Thrown in on Fallon. A good glove save from the Dundee Stars goaltender, but good goal pressure there from Dazinski and Taylor Dickin, both driving that net, looking for that rebound off Fallon, but he was up to the task, and good glove save. And as Claire said, if you want to get in contact with us this evening, you can do. You can get myself at Rustler147. And if you want to get Claire, you can get her at Clare Freeman _. What a random underscore that is.
No, and what would help us is if you use #StormTVLive, because then I can see all the.
We've got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be against the Dundee Stars. Bissonnette picks it up now. Jack Prince. Puck thrown in, and a good save again from Fallon. And that's.
It was Lidhammer on Mario Trabuco. Clemente obviously pulled from the Storm end as well. You won't see that. Let's just have a look back. Holding, maybe?
Yeah, it's going to be a holding call on Lidhammer off the Dundee Stars. So the first power play opportunity of the night will go the way of the home side, the Manchester Storm. As Mikael Lidhammer takes a seat for the next 2 minutes. Manchester Storm currently sitting in 7th place on the power play in the Elite League, 16.8%. Penalty kill, Dundee Stars sitting in 4th place with 84.2%. So good penalty kill so far this year from the Dundee Stars.
He picks up 4 minutes, I think, with 2 minutes for holding and 2 minutes for holding stick.
Chance here, Johnson picks that up straight off the draw. Opportunity to shoot there to Johnson, didn't take it. Bissonnette now lays it off to Trabuco. Puck bobbling around, Manchester Storm not able to keep possession there. Johnson now been put under a lot of forechecking pressure from Vinny Scarcella. An excellent penalty killer, this Scarcella. So nippy, gets in the shooting lanes, passing lanes. It's a weak pass from Bissonnette, and again puck overturned. Johnson now gains his own, just dumps that in, goes in search of that loose puck. Storm will be looking to get set up here, but there's 5 men converging around that loose puck, and forward come the Dundee Stars, and a penalty coming against Trabuco, and that is what is known in the game, in my opinion, as a selfish penalty. But we will, and Trabuco looks absolutely perplexed with that call. I have to say, from my mind's eye, I thought it was a fair call. Holding call is the call on Trabuco. 4-on-4 action here now. Here comes Dazinski. But good defensive play there from the Dundee Stars. Moore, good play. Dazinski throws it back in the slot, and it's a goal from number 27, Cody Cartier. 4-on-4 action. What an absolute bullet, and the Storm shelter comes alive.
Well, he was Neil Russell's man crush last week, and here he is again. It was almost like the white shirts in front of the net were just mere ghosts. They didn't even touch the sides of that puck, straight through, wide open, and to the back of the net. That is Cody Cartier.
Cody Cartier's 13th goal of this season for the Manchester Storm, and what an absolute bullet it was as well. And the Storm shelter is alive. Manchester Storm 1, the Dundee Stars 0.
I'll bring you the update of what's happening elsewhere as well very shortly. We'll do that the next break in play.
Paul Phillips there, been far too relaxed on the puck for my liking. Vinny Scarcella, two very good friends, Paul Phillips and Scarcella.
the bants continues. I did have Paul Phillips on the forecast, the podcast which I also present, and I surprised him with Scarzella for the first time they met up, and Paul Phillips said, "What the heck did you get that idiot on for?"
The two of them are very, very good friends from their time here last year. Opportunity there from Poulin. Clement is able to glove that very easily. 9:45 to go opening first period. The Storm lead through a Cody Cartier goal, 4-on-4.
All right, let's just check what's happening elsewhere around the league. So, in Cardiff and Sheffield, well, in Sheffield, Cardiff are 1-0. Belfast, Coventry, no goals there just yet. Fife and Braehead just getting underway. Where's Edinburgh and Nottingham? I think it's 3 to Nottingham and 1 to Edinburgh, or maybe I'm imagining. Yes, it is. Thought I was adding on a mysterious ghost goal. Hello to Theo Charnley, who was Storm mascot a few weeks ago, put him on Hockey Night in Manchester. He's 4 years old, if I remember rightly. His dad, Paul, is also watching the webcast. It's a webcast, by the way, Paul, not a podcast. Two completely different things.
Forward come the Stars. Poulin lays that into neutral ice. Poulin gets that puck back. Opportunity. That goes high and wide of Clement's goal. Paul Phillips now just puts the brakes on, just settles behind Clement's goal. Forward he comes now. Lays it off to Heatley through the neutral zone with a bit of speed. Gains his own. Valpak now along the half wall, just rims that around the board. Mark Heatley up against Hart of the Stars. And a puck battle down low. And a penalty called here, and it's going to be against the Manchester Storm. 200 feet from their own goal. Scarcella now lays that off to Hart. Fallon's already on the bench, so Stars have an extra man out there. Scarcella brings it back into neutral ice and just sets up. 6-on-5 here. Scarcella again. So dangerous in these types of positions. Throws that all the way around to Tanaka now. Puck rimmed round again. And chance for a good stick there from Mike Clement, and the call has been made by referee Steve Brown. It's going to be against Patrick Valpak, and that again is one of those types of penalties 200 feet from your own goal that coaches pull their hair out about.
I think you can hear the silence right now after that whistle was blown, as everyone breathed a sigh of relief that the whistle had gone. But now we're going to be 5-on-3, well, for 8 seconds.
Four on three.
4-on-3, of course, I forgot they had the extra penalty.
Omar Pasha picks that up, just throws that all the way down behind Fallon's goal. He'll come out and play it. Scarcella now picks it up for the Stars, just dumps that in. Some 4-on-4 action here. Earhart now just very cool, calm, collected. I think everybody was expecting an icing call on that one, including the players. Switzer now picks that up. Such a tense atmosphere inside the Storm shelter here this evening, can really feel it. Dallas Earhart now lays it off to Dazinski, just dangles past Justin Farina. Lays it off to Tribuco, gains his own. Tribuco now dangles through. What an opportunity, what a play from the Manchester Storm forward. And there's going to be another call, but this time it's against the Dundee Stars. Justin Farina. Not too much protestation from Farina on that one. So it's going to be another opportunity for the Manchester Storm.
Great work from Darian Dazinski, Omar Pasha, and also Mario Tribuco. Just came out of nowhere, that one, didn't it? They clicked.
Dazinski's so strong, going through the neutral zone, and great play there from Tribuco. If you watch the way in which Dazinski positioned himself there, created space for Tribuco to skate into and put Fallon under pressure. Storm win that one. Johnson now picks it up. Net presence there from Cartier. Battling hard, back to Johnson now. Johnson lays that off to Phillips. No shooting lane so far for the Storm. Bissonette now, brilliant in there. And a great pass from Matt Bissonette into Cody Cartier for his second goal of the night. 7:13 to go, opening first period. It's the Manchester Storm 2, Dundee Stars 0.
Well, I can hear the heart rate beating of Neil Russell's body right now as he breathes a sigh of relief, and so does the sound of the crowd as well. Cody Carshea came to this game with 12 goals this season. He's now got his 13th and he's got his 14th.
Matt, one more passion now. Good pad save there from Fallon from the one-time effort from the player coach of the Storm. Passion lays that off to Varley. Long to Swindlehurst, takes a bit of a strange bounce, that one. Wheatley goes in search of it. Storm now along the half wall with Swindlehurst. Good cycle here from the Storm. Wheatley now off the Valcak. Swindlehurst. Varley now. Need some net presence here from the Manchester Storm. Valcak, very strong in the puck is Patrick Valcak. The big Czechoslovakian. Throws that across to Pasha. Pasha throws that in, and a tip from Swindlehurst. Nearly beats Fallon blocker side. Stars just settling that one down. Pullan. Both teams go for a change. No icing on that. Earhart takes a hit. Dundee are certainly ramping up the offensive pressure here, the forecheck pressure. The possession here now for the Stars in the neutral ice, just dumped in again. Bit of a collision there with Cody Carshea, but the Storm picked that up. Earhart now lays it off to we've got gloves dropped here, and I'm not sure who that's with. It's with Captain Trevor Johnson. And Dallas Earhart straight in there. My eye was off that one, I have to say, so I didn't see it. And there's a few punches been thrown here for sure. Trevor Johnson's going to go, and Trevor Johnson is throwing him there. And the captain not happy at all. He throws a few bombs. Be interested to see the replay on that one, but you don't see Trevor Johnson as animated as that too often, I can tell you that much. Two minutes for roughing, 5 minutes for fighting. +2 for roughing for Johnson, +5 minutes for fighting. So it will be the Storm that will go on the and Omar Pash is just saying a bit too much here, and this is why I shouldn't do a webcast.
Well, let's just say it just got busy in the box.
Omar Pasha picks up a 10-minute misconduct. 2-minute power play coming up here for the Dundee Stars. Scarcella now. Rims that all the way around. Scarcella picks it up along the half wall. Finds Pullan. That's a one-time effort goal. And it is roofed from Pullan. What a fantastic finish. Scarcella lays it up along the half wall, and the one-time effort, net presence in front of Clemente, and roofs it. Manchester Storm 2, the Dundee Stars 1.
Well, Pullan proving why he was man of the match in yesterday's game, despite the loss for Dundee Stars. Plenty of traffic in front of that net, but it seemed to be that both Storm players and Dundee Stars players blocked the line of sight for Mike Clemente, so we didn't even see that go past his left shoulder.
The Storm players not happy at all at how that power play came around. Trevor Johnson felt that he'd received an elbow firstly, but What's been is gone, and it's now a 2-1 hockey game here at the Storm Shelter. Earhart now for the Storm. Puck rimmed around the boards. Forward comes Scarcella again. Never seems to be off the ice. Was Vinny.
It's his 50th assist this year. 50.
And some player is Vinny. Connor Varley now lays that off to Jack Prince. Prince tries to dump that in, but linesman Kavanagh gets in the way. Puck turned over there. Earhart now puts the brakes on. Tries the outlet pass, but good forecheck there from the Dundee Stars. Pass straight into the feet there from Varley. No icing on that. Joey Sides first to the puck. Dangerous player is Joey Sides. Putting Dallas Earhart under a lot of pressure. Dundee keep possession. Tanaka now. Puck thrown in. Pad save. Clement didn't know too much about it. And there's so much happening here off the play from both teams. And this is, I know we're not at the playoff stage yet, but it may as well be a playoff game given the level of intensity shown by both teams. 14:33 to go, middle period. Storm 2. Dundee Stars 1.
It's like you don't know where to look, exactly as you say, because whilst the camera there was looking behind the net, Joey Sides just randomly fell over in the middle of the ice as well. We're watching kind of any kind of activity that's happening in the penalty box, which you can't see on camera at the moment. And I think it's fair to say that Manchester Storm are feeling a little bit rattled right now. The guys need to not panic. That's the key thing in this situation.
Heatley now comes forward, but puck again gets lost and turned over. The Stars have definitely been the better team so far in this middle period. Got themselves on the board as well. Breathed life into the travelling men from Dundee. Swindlehurst back on defensive duties. But a chance here for the Dundee Stars keep possession. Puck thrown out in front of goal and nearly into the slot. And another penalty coming against the Manchester Storm. Referee Steve Brown has his arm in the air again.
As Joe Fallon came off the ice, collided with Patrick Valcott. That was a close one.
And it's going to be Paul Swindlehurst that's going to sit for the next 2 minutes. Going to give the Dundee Stars another penalty or power play opportunity.
I feel perhaps this isn't the best time to say this, but the phrase "stay out the box" has been something that's been preached many times by coaching staff and management.
They'd hammer now along the half wall. Toulan. Scarcella out there again along the half wall. Back to Brewston. Chance here. Tries to go high blocker on Clement. Cartier now. Lovely pass into Dzinski. Short-handed. Good pass save. Dzinski still there. But Brewston manages to clear that puck for the Dundee Stars. That was a good opportunity there for the Manchester Storm. Good back pressure there from Cody Cartier on Vinny Scarcella. But Brewston now battling along the wall there with Dallas Earhart. Doesn't lose too many battles. There's big Dallas Earhart. And Cody Cartier's got the gas on the skates there. Forward come the Stars again. Lovely back pass there to Justin Farina. But cleared from the Manchester Storm. 1:06 left on this Swindlehurst penalty. Valcott now heavy on the forecheck. Just rims that around. Switzer will pick it up behind Fallon's goal, but Heatley in again on the forecheck. Hart will just slow it down. Forward come the Stars again. Just dumped in. Joey Sides goes in search of that loose puck. Puck bobbling around there. White. Back to the point now. Stars getting set up, moving the puck around very nicely. Good net presence in front of Clemente. But Heatley blocking any shooting lane. Puck bobbled very kindly there for the Dundee Stars. bubbling around, and Mark Heatley picks that up and clears it the length of the ice, and the Storm will go for a change.
15 seconds. Paul Swindle-Hurst will return to the ice. Anyone else attempting to watch this webcast through the peeps of their fingers, covering their eyes?
10:33 to go, middle period, and the Stars go on the power play again. Big pressure from the men from Dundee in this middle period, putting the Manchester Storm under immense pressure. And again, the Storm are on the penalty kill. And again, that man, Vinny Scarcella, is out there for the Stars. Puck thrown in, Clement bobbles that one. Scarcella back to Poulan, the scorer of the Dundee Stars goal. Scarcella now lays that off again. Scarcella tries a bounce play. Puck bubbling around absolutely everywhere. Chance! And it's a goal from Brewston, a power play goal for the Dundee Stars. 10:01 to go in this middle period, and it's Manchester Storm 2, the Dundee Stars 2.
And you know, it was the third time lucky for Dundee Stars. There must be something about that net. One goal, one shot. We just see here, not quite see what it was. Friedenton gets the second shot, and then Brewston takes that third shot, and it makes it through. Clemente comes out of that with his helmet off somehow.
The Storm shelter falls silent. Storm need to get this puck down and settle themselves down, because the Dundee Stars have ruled this this middle period. And the Storm have lacked any real fluency. Chance here now for Cartier. Cartier looking at his hat-trick. Good block there from Poulan. Earhart now throws a puck in. A foul. Puck's bubbling around. Dazinski had a chance, and that's a penalty. And the tripping call is on its way. Dazinski throws that all the way back to Earhart. And the Storm will be going on the power play shortly.
Dangerous when you pulled your goalie. You've got that penalty coming. Get to the other end of the ice. Wasted opportunity there for Storm. That was a bit frustrating. So we've got a tripping call on number 19, Joey Sides. I do like the fact that Joey Sides is also a winger. Sorry, that made you smile though, didn't it, Neil?
Just about.
I actually made him laugh, people.
Just about. 9:14 to go, middle period.
Hashtag Storm TV Live. Perhaps you want to update your one-word summary of this period.
Storm on the power play, win that. Lay it off to Paulie Phillips from Bissonnette. Bissonnette just throws that in, but a block there from the Dundee Stars defenseman. Tribuco now. Off to Valcak. Valcak throws that back to Bissonnette. Paul Phillips. Off to Tribuco. Wayward pass there from Mario Tribuco. Straight into the knees of Bissonnette. And that's picked up by the Dundee Stars. And they try to clear the lines. Paul Phillips, good jump and grab there. Jack Prince. Bissonnette now for the Storm. It's a wayward pass. Chance here though for Paul Phillips. Puts the brakes on back to Valcak. Off to Bissonnette. Bissonnette lays that back, bit of space for Paul Phillips. Lets one go. But I like to have seen Paul with a one-time effort there on that one. Tribuco now. Off to Valcak. Jack Prince battling hard in front of Fallon's goal. Valcak just backhands at the Prince. Tribuco now. Bad pass from Tribuco into Phillips, but Tribuco picks it up again. Skips past the conceals. And the Storm crowd baying for another call there. Bissonnette throws that in on goal, but covered up well by Joe Fallon. A bit of a ruction just in front of him there.
Well, that would be one way to score a goal, wouldn't it?
22 seconds left on this
He's
Joey
watching
Sides power play.
the replay now. Prince doing his job. If you see him standing up, he's there using his height to block the guys and distract them, so that if it was Darren Dzinski, can do his thing with Joe Fallon. Balkak and Prince doing their job there. They're not defensemen, but they know they need to step it up now.
Final 14 seconds of this power play. Forward comes Taylor Dickin. Plays that. And the power play will come to an end. Dundee Stars back to full strength. Joey Sides pickpockets Taylor Dickin. Chance here now for the Stars. Lays that off to Brewston. Brewston with a fantastic goal for the Dundee Stars. High glove side on Mike Clement. Pickpockets Taylor Dickin coming straight out of the box. And from 2-0 down, it's now 3-2 to the Dundee Stars.
Well, I think it was Joey Sides who got that pass. We just see him driving down the wing right now. Passes across to Brewston, and he goes for the top right shelf.
Scarcella now. Storm struggling to get the hold of the puck and struggling to get any fluency offensively at all, really, since the start of the middle period. Puck just dumped in behind Clemente's goal. Earhart now, and Paul Maiden, the action will go all the way back to the Dundee Stars defensive zone. It'll be a face-off, 17-16 to go, third and final period.
I've been watching Hockey Night in Manchester and also Manchester Storm social media. I've heard about a little boy called Sebastian, and I can see that him and his mum and dad are sat right in front of us, just in front of the commentary box. A big hello to them. We caught up with them on last week's Hockey Night in Manchester. Lovely story. Neil was a big part of organising that with Belfast Giants TV. Got to meet the team.
And it's a goal! And it's a hat-trick goal for number 27, Cody Cartier. The Hats rain down on the ice. 17 minutes to go in this third and final period. And it's all even here at the Storm Shelter. Manchester Storm 3, the Dundee Stars 3.
Well, who would have thought it? Watch Dallas Earhart, number 10. He managed to get that from Ledhammer, pass straight across to Cody Cartier, and just in case there was a rebound, Taylor Dickens there as well. Fantastic.
7:31 to go. Big opportunity here for the Stars. Lidhammer, Scarcella, Farina out there. Poulan and Brewston. And a chance set for Farina. But the nets come off their moorings. Huge 1 minute and 57 seconds coming up here, Claire.
Take a deep breath and do some breathing exercises if you're sat at home on your own. And maybe if you're watching in Dundee Bar, perhaps now's the time to go and get another pint. Because you might need it if this goes through past regulation time.
Poulan now. Stars win possession. Scarcella always dangerous along the half wall. Watched Dundee last night against Nottingham move the puck around very nicely on the power play. Already got a power play goal here this evening, maybe two. Poulan lays it off to Scarcella. Scarcella now. Puck bobbles round in front of Clement's goal. Poulan begging for the puck, but the puck goes back to Scarcella. Lays it back to Poulan. Already scored one tonight. And a tip in front of Mike Clement. And that is Poulan's second power play goal of the night. And with 6:59 to go here, it is Manchester Storm 3, Dundee Stars 4. Carshey now. Lays it off to Dazinski. Mike Clemente leaves the Storm net. Oh, very lucky there. Cody Carshey off to Heatley. Heatley back to Dazinski. Fans on that. And the Dundee Stars are back to full strength. That puck thrown away. Paul Phillips now thrown in and Fallon, and a superb rebound control yet again from the Dundee Stars netminder. 1:20 left in this game. Storm 3, Dundee Stars 4.
Man of the match, certainly from a Storm perspective, I think it's either Cody Carshey. Yes, he's got those great goals, but Paul Phillips has really impressed me. Who are you thinking for Dundee?
I think Pullan has had a superb game. I think Joey Fallon also has been excellent. Brewston, yeah, as well.
Both goals.
I think I would probably give it to. Pullan. 2 goals from a D-man. Trabuco wins that now. Johnson lays it off to Phillips. Bissonette going right across to Johnson again. Tries to find that passing or shooting lane. Can't find it. Great work from the Dundee Stars. Phillips now throws it in. Rebound. My goodness, great save from Joe Fallon. Had plenty of traffic in front of him. 1 minute remaining in this game. Dazinski tries to dangle. Gets pickpocketed. And the Dundee Stars will skid away with the 2 points here this evening at the Storm Shelter. Gaping net. Caught out in the blue line and pickpocketed. Yawning cage, and it is the Dundee Stars' 5th goal of the night. And they will skid away with the 2 points here this evening. And you have to say, over the course of the 60 minutes, it has been deserved. Dominant opening first period from the Manchester Storm. When you go 2-0 up, you've got to capitalise. You've got to make sure that you get that, keep that momentum. And unfortunately, Dundee Stars were able to get back into this game.
You're not allowed to say unfortunately. They played a good game, as you say. They came out, they got the job done. I imagine people sitting in that bar right now, maybe jumping it down and celebrating. And certainly the fans who have come down to Altrincham, and what a trip that is as well on a Saturday night, have been singing very, very loudly, certainly in this third period. And look like they've really enjoyed themselves. Great load of flags there as well.
Open net again, and Dundee Stars will get a chance to come away with it. Keel Tanaka, empty net, throws that back, and Brewston with another empty net, and finishes this game off as if it wasn't already over. With 9 seconds remaining, it is the Storm 3, Dundee Stars 6.
Well, that makes a hat trick for Mr. Brewston. Gotta give him that.
Yep, well played to the Dundee Stars. Excellent in that middle period, and really ramped it up. Gained the momentum in this game. And credit where credit is due. Very disappointing, obviously, from a Storm perspective. Not a very good crowd inside the Storm Shelter here this evening. Excellent support. Very disappointing. But a couple of huge games coming up here for the Storm. And it's the Nottingham Panthers on Wednesday night, and then the Panthers back here next Sunday in what, hopefully, if results go our way, will be a meaningful game.
Neil, I just want to talk to you with your general manager hat on. I know that this is frustrating, particularly with the game situation, but as a tick list, a wish list that you have had for this season, you've got into the quarter-finals of the Challenge Cup, you've got the attendances up, you've got more sponsors on board. This really was almost the final jewel in the Crystal Maze crown for you, really, getting to the playoffs.
It's what I've talked about all season long. I mean, as a second-year organisation, Claire, you've got to continue to show progression, and we have shown that commercially. We've shown that bums on seats wise, and I'm not sure of the exact attendance, but I think we've well over 1,500 in here tonight, maybe 1,600, which for us in terms of a Scottish game is a very good attendance. And you know, we've seen our club grow and grow, and it's something that from our side of things we've got to show the growth on the ice and off the ice, and we've shown it off the ice. I think our product this year on the ice has been exceptional. It's been good. It's been better than overall. You know, we've grown as a team, but a huge thing for me was ensuring that we make the playoffs, and now that's it's going to be tricky. It's still not impossible. I mean, if we're unfortunately having to rely on other people or other teams, and I don't like that. We have had the opportunity here to nail down a playoff spot, and every time that we've had an opportunity we haven't taken it, and that's been a very disappointing thing from my perspective. Nottingham back here next Sunday, so if results go our way, next Sunday could very much mean something. And I'll tell you, this Manchester Storm team, Clare, you just never know with them. So unpredictable in many ways. You know, we could lose against Edinburgh and Dundee, and we could go and beat Belfast away, which we've done a couple of times. You know, go and beat Cardiff away, which we've done, and you know, it's just we're just one of those teams, just very unpredictable. But yes, if we don't make the playoffs, and it's still an if we don't make the playoffs, that'll be probably the first back step, in my opinion, that the club will have taken since we came back on board at the start of last season.
Well, that wasn't the result that Manchester Storm fans wanted tonight. Dundee Stars go home, well, deservedly really, with 2 points in the bag. And that certainly helps keep them in a playoff position. It's fair to say that Manchester Storm tickled all of those places, 7th, 8th and 9th in the league tonight. If they got and kept that win in regulation time, which they had in the first period, they would have finished 7th. If they got through regulation time, staying 3 apiece, then they would have finished 8th. It just proves that in our game that we love so much, that anything can happen. There's still games left in the season, so who knows? But you never know, do you? Coventry Blaze obviously lost to Belfast Giants, so that keeps them in that mucky area around the bottom of the playoff spaces. We must say as well that tonight history was made, and it's the first time in 30 years, I understand, that Cardiff Devils have won the Elite League. Congratulations to all of them, and finally get a piece of silverware for the first time in 3 decades. One day, maybe, as everyone truly wishes, Manchester Storm could maybe get the same. But hey, we live in hope, as we always say here in Manchester Storm. Always take the weather with you, and one day we'll be singing in the rain.